Welcome back to Theresa's Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised. But if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to exit the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Why hello my little cupcakes. Welcome to another Fun Size Friday, where I'll let you know what's good and what's trash. Now these products have been out for a hot minute, so I do apologize, but I don't care. I want to talk about things when I want to talk about them. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the new Chantecaille palette, the new Tom Ford palette, as well as the new foundation from Makeup Forever. But before I get all Andy Rooney on you, a word from today's sponsor. Thank you, Bellessa, for sponsoring yet another video of my garbage antics. Honestly, I'm really excited to team up with Bellessa again because, listen, we're just trying to give you the best orgasm of your life. And if you've never heard of Bellessa, they are a by women, for women company for all things sexuality. And their sole mission is to empower women to embrace, explore, and celebrate their sexuality. So just like last time, we are doing another giveaway, which I am so excited about. We are giving away more vibrators and gift cards to vibrators you can shake a stick at. Listen, we just want to take care of you, okay? You need love too. So yes, just like last time, this is available to anyone who signs up to the giveaway link in the description box below. So listen, let me show you the goods, okay? Because honestly, that's why we're all here. First of all, can I say how much I love these boxes? I'm not even joking. Listen, I bought plenty of sex toys in my day and none of them came in boxes like this, okay? These are really pretty and I'm not even joking when I say this, okay? I really like the look of them, but I actually, they were on my console table when you walk into my home. I just thought it would be fun. My mom got me a decorative bowl and I decided to put these next to it because that's just who I am. Now, it's been fine for friends to come over because we all have a good laugh about it. Forgot that the landlord was coming over the other day and yeah, he gandered at these beautiful boxes. So now I'm pretty sure he's labeling me as the weirdo with the sex toys in their house on display for everyone. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I love that for me. Anyway, last time we talked about the air vibe and how basically this can hit all the right spots to make you into a bowl of jelly. But today I want to talk about the demi wand. Okay. So Demi Lovato created the Demi Wand. First of all, this baby is waterproof, so go deep diving. You will be just fine. It comes in this beautiful, discreet packaging that kind of looks like a banana. So you don't have to worry about your vibrator laying all willy-nilly around the house. This baby has a home. And this home is a charging case too. We love multi-use on this channel. This is made up of silicone, it's non-porous, body safe, and silky smooth. And above all, this is incredibly easy to clean. You don't have to experience any annoying vibration patterns with this one either. And it has a flexible neck that allows you to get all your bits and bobs. And the best part, this thing, whisper quiet. This would be amazing if this somehow learned how to cook me dinner. Just saying. But of course, if this baby doesn't tickle your fancy, Bellessa has so many different vibrators to choose from. Like I mentioned earlier, my baby Bellessa and I are sending out free vibrators and gift cards to vibrators to everyone who signs up for my giveaway. Remember, orgasms come in all shapes and sizes, and they're for everyone, so stop depriving yourself today. For more information, please check out the giveaway link in my description box. So thank you, Bellessa. I love you. Okay, let's talk about some products. I also am not joking about that vibrator story, by the way. Not joking. I wish I was. He took a good, long, hard look at that console table. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway. All right, let's talk about Chantecaille first, all right? Yeah, I don't know how to transition from vibrators to Chantecaille, but here we are. Now, full disclosure, Chantecaille did send me this in PR, and the new draft collection technically consists of this little eyeshadow palette and 3 lip cheeks. In today's video, I'm only going to focus on the eyeshadow palette because, listen, I love the lip cheeks. I think they're fabulous. I always recommend them anytime I talk about Chantecaille, and my thoughts haven't changed. I have a shitload of colors. All of them work beautifully, but what I will say is that these little babies are precious, okay? Don't leave them in your car and think that even for 10 minutes in Florida heat that it's going to be okay. It's not going to be okay. I already lost half a tube that way. Still really upset about it. I don't even want to think about it. But in any case, these are really wonderful. Just handle them with care, okay? Don't be like me. Don't be like me. The Giraffe Eye Quartet retails for $74. 4 flattering earth tone neutrals that mix and match to create rich, defined eye looks. This palette has very similar packaging to their existing quads. There's a beautiful image on the front of it. When you do open it up, you get a lovely mirror and you get your little color story. Now the eyeshadows actually come in a variety of different finishes. And first and foremost, I will say that I am not a fan of their eyeshadow quality. I think it's actually one of my least favorite things from this brand. Every now and again they hit me, but for the most part, I've always been like, eh. But like I said, once in a while they release a product that is absolutely stunning and it shuts me the fuck up. I adore this quad. Oh my god, I adore this quad. And dare I say, this is probably one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. Yeah, it is my favorite eyeshadow palette that this brand has released so far. Now, don't get me wrong, listen, the color story is not revolutionary. It is boring as fuck, okay? This is an Anne palette. But it's one of those color stories that you cannot fuck up. No matter what you do, you're always gonna look solid every time. So while it's boring, it's foolproof. So since there's 4 shades, let's break it down by shade. Starting with the first shade on the top here. This is a soft brown matte. This is really rich in pigment. It's super easy to blend. I had no issues with patchiness. And for me, this served as the crease shade of the palette. Now, shade 2, this is a white chrome pearl. Kind of like a rich housewife. She's a bit messy, but it's okay. It's like the good kind of messy. You know, like after a couple of drinks, they really let their tongue loose, you know what I mean? They're spilling everybody's fucking secrets. That's what this shade is. I love it because it provides such beautiful opulence. The shine looks so good on your eye, whether it's all over the lid, the inner corner as a motherfucking highlighter, which yes, it's on my face today. I'm obsessed. So if you are an ice queen like me, you're gonna love the fuck out of the shade. Then you have this one, which is like a bronzy brown shimmer, but this one kind of feels a little bit more satin on the eye. It's not a super sparkly shimmer, it just has like a nice sheen to it. This adhered to the eye beautifully and worked really well with the first shade to provide a little bit of dimension in the crease area. But this is also really, really beautiful if you just throw it all over the lid for like a simple one and done. This is gorgeous. Now, the 4th shade is a pewter chrome pearl shade. This shade literally fucks me up. If I were a bitch and only married for money, this is the shade that I would wear at my dead husband's funeral. Who knows how he got poisoned? But when you look me in the eye with this shade, you know not to fuck with me. And that's what I love about this shade. It's sparkly, but it adheres beautifully. I didn't experience any issues with longevity. This is perfection. I need more of this shade. Chantecaille, get on it. We need more of this. Now, I love this palette. Had it not been sent to me, I would have picked it up. Why? Because I'm a basic bitch. And deep down inside, I am an Anne, and I'm just attracted to these goddamn neutral color stories. I don't know why. Probably because I'm getting closer and closer to death, and I'm okay with that, okay? These are fabulous. So had this not been sent to me in PR, I would have picked it up, and I would have happily purchased it at the price point, because this makes me feel so goddamn good. I feel rich and I feel evil, 2 things that I'm not, and I love it. And honestly, this is a palette that I cannot stop putting down. I pretty much wear it consistently if I'm not like filming a video. If I have to do any meetings for work, this is the palette that I wear, just to show people who's fucking boss. Now, some moments in this palette are incredibly like breathtaking, especially with the 2 chrome shades, but at the end of the day, yes, it's a basic bitch palette, but it's a fucking fantastic one. So yeah, $74 is a steep price point. You know, not very often does this brand go on sale, but if you can find it on sale, highly recommend checking it out. But if you can backflip into some fucking coins, ducktail style, yeah, I think you would love this. This is magnificent, and I want more chrome pearl shades. Oh my god, they're so fucking good. Okay, I love it. Now the next palette we're gonna talk about is from Tom Ford. And this is the Tom Ford Eye Color Cream Eyeshadow Quad. This retails for $89, and it's infused with a pigment technology that combines lush emollients and mimics the structures of skin's ceramides. Eye Color Cream long-wearing eyeshadows move with skin for a crease and flake-resistant finish and high-impact intensity. So I technically didn't purchase this. This was in my high-end mystery box set I recently talked about. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up in the corner. Now, I do have a few Tom Ford palettes, and I'll be honest, they're just okay. There's nothing revolutionary about them. I don't understand why they have such a high price point, because it's just okay. Honestly, not even fucking memorable. The outside packaging is so beautiful, but the inside is just so boring and unfuckable that I honestly forget that I even have them half the time. Yet they somehow always survive a declutter. I don't know why. I think I just like looking at them. So honestly, I had no expectations, but when I did swatch them, I was like, ooh, what the fuck is this about? Because it was a different type of formula for me. Now, honestly, I was fully prepared to be like, fuck this palette, it's not worth the money, blah, 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 blah. It's awesome. And I hate how much I like it because the monster in me wants all of these quads. So when you open the palette up, you get a nice little mirror and you get your 4 shades here, which I know kind of eerily looks similar to the Chantecaille palette. And when you look at them side to side, they kind of eerily look like the Chantecaille palette, but this one's a little bit different though. So let's start with the first shade over here, and I'm sorry, like I literally like used the shit out of this palette, so that's why it looks like dog shit. The first shade is a soft nude, and this pretty much was the crease shade for me. It's pigmented, has great longevity, and blends effortlessly with the other matte shade in this palette. Sure, she's not much to look at, but she's the building block to making a beautiful look. Now the next shade is like a frosted beige shimmer. This is a really good shade, but I will say this is the shade that I touch the least, and not because it's not good. It's just I love this so fucking much. These 3 literally have a hold on my heart. This one's great too, but there's something about these 3 that are like just fucking fantastic. In any case, this does pair as well, but there's something about this shade though, the actual shimmer, whatever, I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, this shade applies very, very beautifully, and the lid has great longevity. Again, mixes and matches very well with this palette, but it's just the shade that I use the least. Now, I did use this with the dry brush, and while it does show up, I do find that a little bit of saturation does help to make it pop. But don't get me wrong, it's not like an intense pop, it's just a little bit more noticeable on the eye. Now, the next shade is the fucking standout. This silver sparkle literally took my breath away. It's actually what I have on my eyes today. This is the Alien Slut amongst the palette, and I need more. Now I applied this shade with a little bit of glitter glue, and it adhered beautifully to the lid. I did experience a little bit of fallout, but for the most part, I'm totally fine with it. I love the sparkle. Honestly, I cannot stop wearing this eye look. I keep switching between these 2 palettes, and I think the last few videos that I put out on this channel, I actually did have this eye look on. Like I said, I can't stop wearing it. And even in my driver's license photo, I'm wearing this, but I mean, joke's on me. I look like a Voldemort potato in that picture, okay? But sitting in the Florida DMV, I felt like a god. And much like the Chantecaille palette, the shimmer embodies that badass bitch vibe. I own 51% of the company, and I am coming for blood. Now the last shade in this palette is a charcoal shade. This shade is great not only in the outer corner, but the crease, the lash line, whatever. This is an amazing shade. It provides beautiful dimension, and another shade that has really great longevity. What I love about the formula is that it blends so easily. I didn't experience any patchiness or any like difficulty with blending. It's like butter. The shadows are super emollient, so you can really create your looks in no time. Now regarding how many looks you can make with this palette, you know, yeah, I would say it's limited. It's a quad after all. But the bitch is solid. And even though the amount of looks I can create is limited, I love what I can create, and I love that this is a beautiful cool tone palette. Yes, it's the same fucking look that I keep creating, but I love it. And I feel like the thing that you can do to jazz it up is always to pair it with like a colorful eyeliner. But today I felt like being a moody bitch, so I went with my eyeliner shade from my Lethal collab, Spectre, to kind of give you like this moody bitch look, and I'm fucking here for it. This formula is so interesting, and I'm so happy that I received it in that mystery box, because otherwise I would have skipped out because of my experience with other Tom Ford palettes. Now, is it worth the high price tag? Yes and no. Now, if I paid for it with my own money, I wouldn't be too upset about it. I'd be like, oh yeah, it was expensive, but it's worth every fucking penny because I cannot stop touching it. But I think if you can get this on sale, obviously that's the way to go. And with the Sephora sale just around the river bend, this will definitely be on my recommendation list. And I cannot wait to pick up the other quads in this formula. I know they look very eerily similar, but I don't care. I love the formula that much. Now, the last product I want to talk about is from Makeup Forever. The HD Skin Undetectable Longwear Foundation retails for $43 and comes in 40 shades. An undetectable liquid foundation that blurs and covers imperfections for up to 24 hours, provided by a microskin system that syncs with the skin for true to skin finish. So this foundation has taken over the place of my favorite foundation, or one of my favorite foundations. And that's the HD Invisible Cover Foundation. I love this one. With that said, I really do love the upgraded look. I love that the cap technically matches what the color is in the bottle. I think that's really pretty. Now this foundation claims to have a natural finish. It's waterproof, long lasting, and medium coverage. Like I mentioned, I love the old formula, but I fucking love this. I love this. And I'm so happy that yes, while it is a little bit different, it's so fucking good. And this is one of my favorite products that I have tried this year. Now the only weird thing about this is the shade range. So in my old formula, I'm technically R230, which technically is a touch dark for me, but I loved how it wore, and it was a great cool tone option. Now, when I picked up the new foundation, they technically didn't have my color. So they had like something similar to it. I think it was like R210 or something like that. So initially I ordered this through Sephora.com. Somewhere, somehow my package got lost, and as I was waiting for it, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to Sephora. Because something told me that I should have probably went to Sephora in the first place to get a proper shade match. And I'm glad that I fucking did. So of course I tried 2 foundations. I tried the one that I picked up, which I believe was R02, which is supposed to be for fair skin with cool undertones. It was dark and yellow. Made no fucking sense. Even the sales associate was like, ooh, what the fuck? We didn't understand how it was supposed to be for cool fair skin. Didn't make any sense. So the lightest shade is 1N00, which I think is technically supposed to be Y205. I remember in the past, I tried Y205 in this formula and it was way too light and way too yellow and I hated it. But this matches me perfectly. As you know, my skin tone resembles one of those descent creatures. And if you're lighter than me, you're shit out of luck, my fair skin goblin, because there's nothing lighter than this. Now I have incredibly dry skin. I tell y'all all the time, my skin is drier than your aunt's chicken. So anytime, no matter what foundation I use, I prep the shit out of my skin. And of course, the primer of choice for me is my Ritual Diffuse Thorn Oil. Fucking love this stuff. This has made even matte foundations just look so beautiful on my skin. But I will say that I have tried this foundation, not only with this primer, but with other primers, and I've always had the same result. But I think what is critical about this foundation is that you have to prep your skin. So if you are dry like me, really take care of your skin, prep it, make sure it's nice and hydrated before fucking around with foundation. Now this morning I applied this with a brush and my favorite Shop Miss Paw sponge, but it does work with my little dick sponge, which technically he's in the bathroom right now because he needs his privacy. But in any case, I had no issues with application. Now, unlike the original formula, this is thicker in consistency and it has a nice medium coverage. You can build it up to be a high medium coverage, but you can't really hit full coverage. And when I was building it up, I didn't find any issues with like cakiness or settling into my fine lines. This formula is incredibly comfortable on the skin. Like I cannot stress that enough. There have been days where I wore this over 12 hours and almost didn't wash my face because it felt like I had nothing on. This formula is so goddamn comfortable. And what makes this a true standout for me is that all the dry patches on my skin, they're kind of in weird places. So they're either like in the apples of my cheeks or more specifically my nose. I love how this foundation sits on my nose. It just looks so perfect and seamless. This foundation doesn't sit or settle into my pores. In fact, it blurs everything. And at the end of the day, I always have like this really beautiful blurred airbrush finish. I'm absolutely obsessed. Now, as the foundation does dry down, it oxidizes a little bit, but still looks fine. As it does dry down, I still find that it does transfer a little bit, only really around my nose area, specifically like around the bridge of my nose. But I think that's more of a me issue because technically I do set my face with powder, but I tend not to set my face with too much powder around my nose only because my nose is so dry. So when I do wear my glasses, I do have small indents in them, but once I pat them out with a finger, it's fine. I think the best thing about this foundation is the longevity. The longer I wear it, the better it gets. My skin, usually at the end of the day, for most foundations, my skin will either have kind of maybe sometimes pools of oil or it'll dry out. This looks perfect. My skin looks and feels terrific. I don't notice any holes. This product doesn't break down. It truly lasts for a very long fucking time. Now the last few days it's been incredibly hot and humid and this shit stays in fucking place. I am a sweaty beast and as soon as I walk out my door, it's like bam, sweat. This does not move. And for that very reason, I will happily repurchase this time and time again. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the Dior Air Flash. That foundation is fucking fantastic. If you have anything important to do, that's the foundation you wear. And I'm happy to say that this one is right up there next to it. I am beyond impressed with this because I honestly was a little like, oh, I don't know, because like I love this one so much and I still do, but I think for where my skin is at right now, this is what I need. This one's great, but this is what my skin's craving. I like how this looks at the end of the day. I do notice that it does like break down and gradually fade. I don't experience that with this one. It's interesting. So as I mentioned, the Sephora sale is coming up. I'm definitely picking up a backup of this because I just shook the bottle, but it was like down to here before because that's how much I cannot stop using it. Anyway, I highly recommend checking this out. I think for the price point is great, but listen, if you can get it cheaper, bitch, fucking get it cheaper. So there you have another Fun Size Friday in the books. Please let me know if you're getting any of these products, if you have any of these products, if you care about any of these products, or if you want to see me, review something different, let me know because I love hearing from you. And again, thank you to Blessed for sponsoring today's video. For more information, please check out the giveaway link in the description box below. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, to all my beautiful, wonderful patron bubbies. Thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really nasty garbage boat afloat. Couldn't do without you. I love your adorable little delicious faces and I just want to gobble you all up. Seriously, I just want to eat you all up so you can live inside my belly and we can be one. If you want to know what's currently on my face along with where to get these products, everything will be listed in the description box below. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.